heard the name of the story, then it's probably because you've heard the name of the movie which was based on this story. Hey guys, my name is Gauri and today we are going to talk about The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. If you think you've heard of the author, it's probably because of his book The Great Gadsby. Though this story was written in 1922, and yes, it was published a few years after the Cold War and the First World, which is why these two events also play a very important role in the character of this book. Said it has a movie with the same name, but the plot is a little bit different from the story, and if honestly they can squeeze out a movie out of a short story, then I can definitely squeeze out a discussion out of the short story. Though it is a short story, it's divided into 11 parts and it is a bit lengthier for a short story, but it was easy to read. It didn't take me a lot of time to get through it. The story starts with Mr. and Mrs. Roger Buttons expecting a child, and Mr. Roger Buttons takes his wife to the hospital, and he is a business owner, so he's expecting that he has a son so that he can give his business to him. And then something horribly goes wrong, and he finds out that his wife has birthed an 80-year-old man. We never see Mrs. Roger Buttons, or she's never mentioned in the story after, so I don't know if she died during the birthing process, but I'm pretty sure she did, because she gave birth to an 80-year-old man. And as the story progresses, we get to know that his aging is actually anti-clockwise, but nobody seems to grasp on to that concept ever. Like, as you move from first part to the second part, you get to know, like, as the story progresses, it became clear, at least in my mind, that the aging was reversed. But nor Benjamin Button figures it out, nor the people around him. That was a little bizarre. You would expect that that's pretty much the story, but what's interesting about the story is the way it's written, the way it builds up to the suspense. While we don't know what is going to happen, when Mr. Roger Buttons is trying to figure out whom his wife gave birth to, he asks several doctors, and the doctors are all frightened, and the doctor that comes out, he's like, my career is over, and he's just like, क्या चल रहा है भाई, मतलब कोई बताएगा मुझे कि क्या हुआ है, मेरा बच्चा कैसा है, healthy है या नहीं है. And that's how the suspense builds. And when he finally finds out what has happened, it actually takes you aback. If you don't know the story, if you don't know what this story is, it like takes you aback. How is this possible even? Something really interesting about this story is how the parallels are made between the different stages of life. How when Benjamin has his own son, while he is aging in reverse, his son is in his 30s, 40s, while he is a teenager, and his son is truly embarrassed of his father, and he tries to shush it down, tries to avoid his father. Very similar to how some children disown their parents and are very embarrassed of their parents. Something like really similar. Also the way the society around him deals with this, how him being a anomaly in the society, how from the one use of the N-word, which is not okay. The story was actually very fun, and it was a fun experience. Totally recommended. I tried to find a link if you are the kind of person who can read on your phone or digitally, then I'll leave the link in the description. Check it out. So that was it from my side. Like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already.